about joining any services?
Yes.
What service did you think about joining?
The Marines.
What made you decide you want to even think about joining the Marines?
I don't know. I just really just wanted to try something different. Just get out of Oakland and see the world. And why not get to fight while I'm doing it?
What benefit did you see out of when you was in the process of joining the service? What was your biggest impression?
It seemed like it just be something different from what I'm used to. Just life-altering experience. So I was really considering it. My biggest impression is, they help you pay for school, so that was the biggest thing that stood out to me.
When I started college, I was juggling work with my studies. Then I heard about the programs the Guard had to help me pay for school. It made sense to me, so I decided to join. When I get out of college, I won't be drowning in debt. Instead, I'll have great experience to put on my resume. The Guard has educational benefits you can't find anywhere else. I'm attending college full-time and serving my country.
I'm from East Oakland, California. 50th Avenue in Melrose is the cross street. And I lived with my mom for a long time. She was a single parent. And my dad was a cop with Oakland Police Department. They both weren't really great parents. I ended up living with my grandmother at some point, and she was addicted to drugs, and from that I went on to go join the military after high school.
What high school did you go to it, and what made you sign up for the service?
I went to Oakland Technical High School, Oakland Technical Senior High School. The reason why I joined the service was because I wanted to go to college and I didn't have money of my own to pay for anything. I was broke. I couldn't even get a job. So even though that was the first place I went into, it was the only place that was really just trying to give a person a job. So that's why I joined the Marines. My impression of the military was that you go to war and you fight, but also there are other jobs where you don't necessarily have to go to war and you just do your job. But I found out that it doesn't matter what your job is, you're gonna go to war. You're gonna at least go overseas, and you can do that job overseas. After going to the military, the experience, I got work experience as far as doing mechanic work and stuff like that. Like, as far as what I took from the military was work ethic. Like, just give me a task, I try to get it done to the best of my abilities and meet whatever standard has been set or whatever the standard is. So, some good experiences I had in the military was getting a paycheck and my name for the first time. Every time, really, that was a good thing. Another experience, having a daughter while I was in the military. Had the services?
Yeah.
Okay, the bad experiences that I had while I was in the military, going to Iraq, dealing with people who shouldn't be in leadership positions because they just don't know what they're doing. They've been in long enough that they've earned their position, but as far as skill-wise, experience-wise, they don't know what they're doing. They just got it over time.
Can you explain?
It's always somebody who if you stay in the military long enough, you pick up rank. As long as you don't get in trouble, and you're kissing somebody's butt, you're gonna pick up rank. But that doesn't necessarily mean you know your job. It doesn't mean you know how to be a leader. There could be a PFC, a private first class, that's 25 years old, who just got in, and he's more knowledgeable than who knows, maybe that 24, 23-year-old staff sergeant. You know what I mean? And it's possible. Things like that happen. So I feel like I lost my freedom being in the military. My aunt passed away while I was in Iraq, and then while I was in Iraq, some friends passed away on a I forget what it's called now. Convoy, yeah, that shows you how long I've been out of the military. A convoy, and yeah, I was supposed to be with them actually in the same truck. So those are some of the losses. As far as the convoy, it was a driver, Lance Corporal Palmazano. He was driving. And they came to like a wadi, which is like basically like a flood, like a mini river, I guess. And it was storming, it was raining, and it was too much water for the Humvees and for the big trucks to go through. So he was like, I know another way we can go to get around this. The captain, who was on the convoy in another truck, was like, no, you're going to go through this. I know what I'm doing, Junior Marine. Trust me, I've been doing this long enough. So as the truck starts to go, the water hits the truck, starts pushing it, tips it over. Everybody in the truck except for one died. And it was like 6 people in that truck. That's just all it was for me. It was a job, you know. Some people, you know what I'm saying, get to a point where that's programmed into their psyche, and that's just who they are, you know. Like drill instructors. Like they have to actually go through a psychiatric thing afterwards, because like when they go home, they can't be treating their their family like, oh yeah, we're in basic training, you know what I mean, and treating their kids like they're recruits, because that would be bad. Yeah, yes it is. You always keep your gun clean. Always keep it clean. Finger off the trigger till you're ready to shoot. Stuff like that. Some people end up having those problems. Some people don't. It also, I think what plays a lot into it is the type of job people choose. What type of job did they have while they were in the service? I think if you were a pencil pusher, you really shouldn't have too many problems adapting to anything when you get out of the service. But you know, also going to war can do it a lot too, you know what I mean? Some people aren't used to being around guns and stuff like that, and people losing their lives. I was used to that before I even went in, so you know, it's not really that, enough to say it's not a big deal, but I guess I was desensitized to what was happening.
A former Hawaii National Guardsman and a Wisconsin National Guard soldier, both veterans of the Iraq War, shot and killed their wives and children before turning the guns on themselves this past week. Matthew Magdzis of Superior, Wisconsin, killed his family and 3 dogs on the same day his wife was scheduled to give birth to their second child. No note was left. Magdzis' wife's friend and former colleague Tessa Busco says she doesn't know what could have driven Magdzis to wipe out his family. She said, quote, "He must have had a flashback or something. I don't know. Matt doesn't seem like that type of person. The only thing people can think of is coming back from the war and trying to live a normal life."